We are back out here to where it all began. I'll get into where I've been, what I've been doing, all the life changes that have been going on with me. But in the meantime, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the ride. These warnings are up here for a reason, folks. Read them and make sure you are prepared before you go. Oh, she's a little buggy. Just a little. Just came across a beaver dam down there. Normally it's kind of been a dirt bridge for the most part, but there's actually logs and stuff in it. It looks like it actually blew out somewhat recently. So all the things you find when you haven't been around for a while. Slowly learning all the controls of my camera again. It has been a while, but I mean, still beautiful, and apparently still don't know how to run a camera. Now, here we go down the cliffs. Olé, I made it. So while I'm taking a little bit of a break, I just want to talk about where I've been since the last video, since November of 2022. What a time. So a little bit of back history. For the past decade, I have run cross-border long haul down in the United States from Canada, and it's been ups and downs, goods and bads, but recently with the new company that had taken over, they started pushing the drivers a lot more, and instead of me being able to get my 3 weeks in for driving and working and then taking a week off and coming out to places like this to camp and rest and reset, they were pushing the drivers to go right back out after the 36-hour reset. So needless to say, that was taking a big toll on me, but I didn't realize it, which is the problem, and we'll get into that in my next stop. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Any friends on that log? Doesn't look like it. I love walking up on views like this. I'm certainly glad it is not 30 degrees out here. I would be cooked. I'm trying to remember how long it's been since I've last been out to this portion of the Sheldon Lake. Because the last time I was out here with Ian from Explorations Evo, we went over towards Black Creek Junction. So it wasn't at the site that I'm going to be going to today. But it feels like it's almost been a year, which is crazy. You know, it's been that long since I've been out through here, but I come around certain corners, come across certain landmarks, and it's all familiar. You know, coming up a certain hill, I'm like, oh, should be a right-hand turn clearing up here, and oh, there it was. So it's kind of crazy and impressive how your body remembers things like that. So clearly a good place to come back to. Clearly what I needed. So good to be out here again. So good, so good. Hey, Bill. So I've had this idea about swimming across one of the lake, campsites that are out this way, but I'm just running down the path now to see if it's free and available. Last time I was here was in that winter camping trip. I got soaked in. Oh god, the breeze feels nice. Oh yeah. She's clear. And it's shallow too. Wow, I wonder if I could walk across without actually having to swim. Not that you can see. Oh, maybe you can't see. Oh, you can. Sweet. There's campsite 31. There's another campsite just around the corner there. And then way back there, just behind that finger point now, is the bluffs. And there's two more out around the corner. So, I wonder. I'm really not sure what to do. I mean, it's gonna look really weird if I just take my boots off, my socks off, and my pants, and then just go across. I mean, I have everything in a dry bag right now, well, most of the things. But if I go over, it's kind of done. I thought it was going to be a lot higher because normally the water is a lot higher here, but apparently not today or this year. Decisions. Oh, I've decided I'm going for it. Pants are off, boots are strapped in, and we're just gonna wade across, see what happens. Wish me luck. Well, that's up to my size now. I am crossing at the highest point in the water. Oh, not really. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm crossing where it is the shallowest right now. But it is muddy. I'm trying to stay on top of logs so I don't sink too deep into the muck. Any luck. Backpack is dry. And I'll make it across. Sorry for the camera angle, but I also need this for stabilization. Oh, I'm sinking. Oh, and that's pointy. Go on an adventure, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Almost across. No, that was not something to step on. That is. Don't get cocky now. Hey. I made it. Just to get up on this rock. With like 35 pounds worth of weight on. And no real good footing. Oh, that was not a good rock to step on. Or to plant on. That might be. Talk about traction control. And I made it. And I'm not wearing any pants. But I made it. And now we're at campsite 31. This is a pretty cool spot. Just press some water, take a break, dry off a bit after my water crossing across the channel. The last time I was here was in winter, not this past winter, but the winter before. And I walked through here and thought about staying here, but I continued on. Actually stayed down the lake further down that way. And I had a good night, but this is something special here. I always wondered what the view would be like sitting here, looking out there, versus being out there at a couple campsites. So I've camped out there before, and just looking back at this point and going, must be a nice campsite. So I haven't fully unpacked everything. Like I said, I'm just having a water break and have a snack bar here in a bit. But yeah, for not being out here for like a year and not been camping since November, like the legs feel good, body feels good, everything feels good. Finished work last night at like 9:30 or so. Went out and grabbed dinner, grabbed a pizza, came back to the truck, slept in the truck in the yard, got up at about 4 o'clock. It's supposed to take me about 3 hours to get here. Hit the snooze, woke up at 5 o'clock, got in the car, drove, got a coffee, and then got to the trailhead here at about like 9:30. So it is magical watch, my wrist, 11:30 now. I've probably been here for about 30 minutes. So took my time, shot some video. Wasn't in a massive rush. Glad I'm here. I'm gonna shoot some bits and video here and there, but I'm gonna take a big chunk for myself. So anyways, I will see you next time I turn the camera on. I think that's all I need. Let's set up camp because it's like nearly 2 o'clock. And I've been sitting around doing absolutely nothing. So since it's been a long time since I've been out here, we are going to do a little backcountry charcuterie. Because somebody got me hooked on it and it seems like a good idea. Some pieces of smoked Gouda. Rounds of salami. Throw in a pile of crackers, see if it'll stand. Hey, cool, it does. Another little pile of cheese. I'm a fan of salami. And a couple tear-offs of some jalapeno cheddar bread. I think I'm ready to eat. Heck of a view. I did forget one thing. A little bit of bubbly, because why not? It's been sitting around in my fridge for years. And I think it's just time. It's a twist cork. Oh, that's disappointing. Boo. There's no pop. Hold on. There we go. Cheers. Well, it is 7 o'clock. About 2 hours until the sun goes down, and I think it's time to make some dinner. So, got my cook kit here, my burner, my pan, some green beans, and over on my left there in the rest of my grocery food supply is a big beautiful steak that I'll be cooking up. So we're going to get getting into setting up, and hopefully the wind doesn't add too much trouble tonight. We're going to pan fry the beans, so we're not going to need that. Nothing super fancy. Snapping them like asparagus. Oh, Mr. Chipmunk. Who told you it was dinner time? Can I help you? Or are you literally just here for dinner? Hi. And bye. A little pile of green beans. The chipmunk is watching me from over there. He thinks he's being stealthy, but I can still see him. And now we're gonna see if this is gonna cooperate. and beans. Nice hot pan. This beautifully marinated steak. Been in the marinade since Thursday. Time to give this a bit of a flip. Not going to be long now. On the plate to rest. Can't wait to dig into that. Well, good morning, everybody. There is a giant snapping turtle, probably about like 10 feet from me right now. First thing in the morning. He's just hanging out. Probably trying to figure out what I'm about. Oh, there he goes. Look at the claws on him.
So we're having female eggs and bagel sandwiches for breakfast. I'm not sure if you can see down there, Bob, our turtle friend. Show your face, Bob. Is skulking in the water.
So breakfast was good. A nice female and egg bagel sandwich. Ate that, had Bob the Turtle swimming around and staring at me for food. So I'm just sitting here digesting now, watching the clouds go by, waiting for my tent to dry so I can pack it up. I'm gonna head out today. There's supposed to be thunderstorms and stuff coming in later on this evening and all day tomorrow. And even though I booked tomorrow off, I just don't feel like being in a thunderstorm in this tent and then having to pack up camp in the rain, cross the channel in a thunderstorm, and then get on my way back to the car for a 5K hike. Anyways, I guess I should delve back into the conversation we were having yesterday. So, where did I leave off? Um, yeah, things were getting hard, and I wasn't really aware of how much it was impacting me until I got to a point where my company had asked me to cover a dedicated run for a couple weeks, which then turned into a few months. And in doing that, I was able to have set regular schedule, get up at a specific time, end around the same time every night, have regular, weekends off. It was Friday, Saturday I had off. And yeah, with that, whole perspective shift and getting good rest and normalizing, I was able to realize how bad of a spot that I was in before. And that really forced a shift in the way that I thought about taking care of myself and, you know, being more mentally healthy. Uh, so I changed priorities, a lot of priorities in my life, and I'm on a different dedicated route now. I was able to get um, my home terminal moved from one place to another place that was much closer to home. So instead of it being like a 10-hour round trip, if I chose to go home, it turned out to be maybe like a 3-hour round trip, which is much better. So I still go home every weekend. I have dreams and aspirations that I want to go forward and start working on. And yeah, so from November to now, it's been a lot of change, but it's been good change. I've met some pretty incredible people, had some pretty amazing conversations with others, and yeah, changing the values and things that I hold most valuable in my life. And that's been a big part of, this whole change. And this is my first weekend out camping this year, which is crazy to me. Um, but this is kind of where the whole camping thing began for me, really. Like, really coming out and enjoying and doing this kind of stuff for myself as kind of like a form of mental maintenance. So that's kind of the general story right now. So I don't know how often I'm going to be able to come out and do these things. I've got another trip planned to go back up to Bruce National Park, Tobermory area. Thinking maybe one of the days I can grab a ferry ride over to Flower Pot Island and actually get out there just for a day hike, if not staying over. So I will post when I'm able to and when I've got trips planned. But I have some other things that I'm working on right now, and that's not a bad thing. So tent is still not dry, but I can start packing up some of the gear and then get out of here in a couple of hours. It's Sunday. It's cottage country traffic is going to be brutal on the way back, so it's going to be about a 5-hour trip back to the house. But the time that I've spent out here, it's going to be worth it. So I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you are taking care of yourselves. And from right now, I will say, hope you enjoy the ride, and we'll catch you in the next one.
I am all packed up and ready to go. One last look at the lake, and I get to go over that way and go cross that channel again. Anyways, there's people on the trail, so I really have to pick and choose my time when I can get across. Anyways, we shall see you on the other side on the trail. That's new since yesterday. I mean, they chose good spots. The beavers certainly didn't put them there.
time.